My name is Kyla Olson and I am the choreographer for the musical Heathers. Heathers is a very interesting show. It is set back in the late 80s at a high school in Ohio, and we see these typical characters that we see in every high school. You know, the popular kids, the unpopular kids, the jocks, the cheerleaders. We see all of these characters and how they kind of interact with each other. I like to say that Heathers is very similar to what we see with movies like Mean Girls or Jawbreaker, where there's this trio of mean girls that kind of take on and rule the school, and there's always this one girl, this wannabe, that wants to be a part of this. Then she realizes after being a part of this popular crowd that it's not really what she wanted, and this show just happens to have a lot more murder and suicide and dark humor. Heathers the musical is not like the last show I did, Cabaret, where it was very stylized Fosse movement. This is very much total 180 in movement, so I looked a lot at the popular dance forms from the 1980s. I grew up in that time frame, so you know, I essentially just relived my childhood, and I was able to teach the cast, you know, the Cabbage Patch and the Roger Rabbit and the Running Man, and some of them they knew these dance forms existed, but had never done them. So it was interesting to kind of take these popular dance forms and try and give it some sort of stylized movement quality. I'm giving the actors a lot of opportunities to improvise and do things that their characters would do. I think my favorite is I love my Dead Gay Son, mainly because there's a disco section, so they were getting to do the hustle and different things, and the song Blue, they're dancing with blue balls. I would have never thought I could have done that. Candy store, where the girls are, you know, doing this kind of Supreme-like movement, and that's really fun for me to do stuff like that, so, because I don't get to do that every day. I think my favorite part is working with the students, because we have this new musical theater degree. I have a lot of them in my Ballet 1 class this semester, or I've worked with them on previous musicals that we've done here, and I'm seeing these students grow and expand and create these new interesting characters that I haven't seen them do before, or seeing them make these connections that I'm giving them in class, and then they're finding a way to connect it into rehearsals for the musical, and or there'll be something in the musical they're like, oh, now I actually understand what you were talking about in class today about lengthening of the spine and breast support. And I'm like, that's great. So seeing these students come in and experience acting and singing and dancing and trying to put that all together, I think is my most favorite part. And being able to collaborate with Dr. Marks, this is my first time I've worked with him as a director, and he takes a very interesting approach to things, and it's giving me a perspective in terms of how I would do things as a choreographer. It keeps me on my toes, and I love working with Adam. He's great to work with, and he's done a fantastic job getting the chorus and the ensemble to sound really, really amazing. So I always love doing musicals, and it gives me an opportunity to come over to the theater side and work with that, so there's really a collaboration of theater and dance within our program. Come see Heathers the Musical October 13th through 16th and 20th through the 23rd at 7:30 p.m. in the Maedgen Theater here at Texas Tech University.